Now to tell us about the true meaning of Leo pledge, we have our motivator, our mentor, the inspiration to the lions and leos of the world and to the Isami, our pride of Isami, past international director, Lion AP Singh. He will break down the Leo pledge and bring the true meaning of it.
Hello, my dear Leo friends from the constitutional area of Isami. It's such a wonderful opportunity to be able to speak to you at your Leo Isame Forum. In fact, this has been one of the best developments or the best decisions that the association took in the last few years, that with each of our area forums, we should also organize a Leo Forum. And the manner in which the Leos in constitutional area of Isame have been organizing this forum, the kind of sessions that you've been having, your discussions, and at the in-person forums, the way you've been having your fun and enjoying yourself, at the same time building that friendship with your friends from across the entire world and the entire constitutional area, I'd say it's been exemplary. Now today, I've been asked, or rather given this task, to speak to you about your Leo pledge. If I look at the Lions literature around the entire world, in fact, the Leo pledge is really one of those finest pieces of literature that has been produced by the Lions and adopted by our organization as the Leo pledge. It starts with, I pledge of my hands, extended and open, to help those in need. I mean, what a wonderful way to start. If you look at our world today in 2021, where for the past 18, 19 months we've been challenged with such uncertainty through COVID-19, where basically the entire humanity has faced this singular challenge and this disease that we are still combating, one thing has proven that the entire humanity, that the entire human race on the planet Earth is interconnected. It's not that anybody, any individual, no matter how influential or rich that person might be, is totally, does not require the support of others. Our existence itself is interdependent. We are dependent on the nature, we are dependent on our friends, our family, we are dependent on the entire manner in which this planet, this cosmic system has been set up. In fact, our dependence even to the smallest bacteria is so very important. We can't exist without it. So in this kind of a situation where we are realizing that the challenges that will really affect us in the future will be such that they will extend to the entire world. It will not be local. It will not be limited to a particular country or a particular continent. In that kind of an environment, with that kind of a perspective, it is essential that our mind opens out. And you start your Leo pledge by saying, I pledge of my hands extended and open. It's open to the entire world. It's extended to our friends, to humanity across the entire world, even through technology today, because technology makes it possible. We can reach out no matter where we are situated. We can reach out through our conversations, through our discussions, maybe through the kind of support that we want to provide, or even the participation that we wish to have. We can reach out. So you are there, this is your commitment, this is your pledge, that you are here, wherever you are located, with your hands extended and open to help those in need. And that's extremely important, because it's like playing a game of musical chairs. Today, somebody else may be in need. Tomorrow, I may be in need, or tomorrow, you may be in need. We all are in need. There is no denying the fact. We need so much support from each other. Most of all, we need that love. We need that compassion. We need that understanding. We need that companionship. We need that friendship. We need that sense of belonging. Each one of us needs it. Can we live without it? In fact, that's one of the challenges that we are even facing in the COVID-19 period, where where mental health challenges are really emerging out so very strongly, especially in those very days when we had lockdowns for extended period and people couldn't get out of their homes at all, couldn't meet their friends, couldn't meet their family. There were so many issues of mental health. I mean, in that kind of a situation, you are extending your hands out there in the open to anybody who's in need. And this world is a world of connectivity today. The entire concept of community has changed. From a geographical community, we are communities over the entire world. We are cause-driven groups. We are cause-related. We are members of cause-related groups. We support certain causes, and we get together with friends from different parts of the world to be able to address those important challenges. So you are there wherever that need may arise. And look at that kind of connectivity that our organization offers today in India itself, or in India and the neighboring countries. We were faced with the shortage of oxygen in our hospitals. I mean, what kind of a situation that was? It was unimaginable. A developing nation like India, an emerging economic power like India, and we were short of oxygen in our hospitals. But we had friends. We had friends, lion friends from all over the world, whether they were in Canada or they were in China or in other parts of the world, who said, we have the resources here and we will reach it out to you. We will stand with you in whatever manner possible to support our friends in India. It's not the question of how many concentrators. It's not a question of how many lives that they could save. They could save at least a few. They could save quite a few, I would say. But that thought, that readiness to reach out, now that readiness is a part of your pledge to be able to reach out wherever the need is. And then you go on to say, I pledge of my heart, reach for it, and it will be touched. I mean, what a fantastic way of extending the feelings of compassion, of love, of friendship, that my heart's open. And we often say, let's not keep those, our hearts, our minds burdened with negativity. Here it's the question of a heart that's open. Anyone who reaches out for it and the heart gets touched. It gets touched because we are all human beings, because we have that connectivity. We understand that we are interwoven with the same thread of existence, and they're as good human beings. Because if you want to be a good Leo, or I want to be a good lion, first we have to be good human beings. And to be good human beings, these are the great qualities that you speak of in your Leo pledge, that you talk about, I pledge of my heart, reach for it, and it will be touched. When you say it will be touched, it basically means that I would try to understand what you are saying. There would be a sense of empathy, not just sympathy, but empathy, trying to look at things from your perspective, from your point of view, so that even if there are differences, we can talk about it. We can make this world better. We can build international understanding and cooperation, because it's only through discussions, conversations, and this building of the international understanding that our world will essentially become more safe and secure for you and for the future generations. We owe it to the future generations to make our world more secure, to make our world to, really much better place than what we inherited. That's our basic commitment. The purpose of life is to have a life of purpose. And in that life of purpose, the essential contribution that every human being should make is to leave that part of the world where God has placed us in a slightly better position than what we inherited. If we can do it, if we can, bring that smile to a few children, to a few individuals around us at some point of time, make that little impact at least, and make, the surroundings around us better. That's the way of, justifying our existence on the planet Earth. And you are pledging in that direction. And then you go on to say, I pledge of my ear to hear another's outcry. That's extremely important. There are so many things that are being spoken about, but we are not hearing them. We are not trying to understand what the others are trying to say. There is so much of, information which is available, but our minds are not open to that kind of information. Here you are pledging that I would be ready, or you would be ready to hear another's outcry. That means you as a human being are there to listen to somebody. At some points of time, we really can't do things for others. We really can't reach out the help to others. But if at that point of time, if someone is available to even hear what they are saying, to be able to understand their pain, their anguish, that provides tremendous relief to every individual. This hearing is important, because if we hear, even we say in communication skills, it's not about speaking, it's about listening. It's about the power to imbibe what is being said and what is being conveyed to us, to be able to read sometimes between the lines. And I have often said, to even understand the sounds of silence. There are times when individuals would just become silent. There are times when groups would just stop speaking. There are times when the groups would just stop communicating. At that point of time, the sounds of silence become extremely important as well. And then you pledge, my eyes to see the plight of others. We are so busy in today's world with ourselves, our own occupations, our own, work, our friends, our families, or whatever we want to do in our own free time. We don't have the time to look around as to what's happening around us. There is so much happening around us that really needs our attention. If we can do it, we can really make a difference. In all our countries, wherever we are, in all our communities, there is so much to be done just around us. We definitely can connect for global causes. We do connect for global causes. Through organizations like us, we can make those global impacts. But one has to start even locally. There is so much to be done even around us if we keep those eyes open to see the plight of others, to be able to understand. And sometimes that will even bring us a lot of sense of humility, because we will then understand so very blessed we are in our own families, in our own circumstances, in our own homes, with the safety and the security. And God's been so great to us, and that will make us more humble. That will perhaps also inspire us to reach out to others, so that we may be able to justify our birth as a human being. And then you go on to pledge, my knowledge to bring a man closer to his dreams. Knowledge is what we all gather at all points of time. But then we want to use the knowledge just to our own advantage, our own businesses, our own professions, to improve our own selves. But to bring the man closer to his dreams, that's the ultimate. Because ultimately, think of it, at some point of time, each one of us has dreamt of a better world, of a more peaceful world, of friendship, of fraternity, of safety, of security, of moving around the world as, belonging to the entire world as one. We've sung those songs, we are one world, in so many languages, in so many dialects. We've been singing, we've been trying to say that. But then getting that man, getting every individual, and starting with ourselves closer to our dreams. What a great pledge you Leos are making. And then you say, I pledge of myself for the betterment of my community and my country. It's not about me alone. It's about my community. It's about my country. And through my community and my country, it's about the world. It's about humanity and large. So you are pledging that you as an individual will do everything that is possible to justify your basic existence as a human being. You will make your existence more meaningful. You will definitely equip yourself with more knowledge, with more skills. You will travel around the world. You will have connections. You'll make friends. But all of this you do to gather knowledge, to build friends, to see the plight of others, to hear the outcry of somebody. Your hands are extended and open. Your heart can be touched. And you essentially would be the global citizen, the citizen of tomorrow, the citizens that will really make this world a much better place than perhaps a few generations earlier have done. My dear Leos, This is the best time, if you ask me, to be a Leo. Because even in our organization, we've realized, we've recognized, and there is no debate, there's no discussion, it's a non-negotiable issue that even our clubs have to become youth-friendly. Our clubs must open the doors to you. Today we are talking of Leo Lions. Today I have started speaking about clubs being millennial-friendly. I've started speaking about club and district environments being Gen Zers friendly so that we understand your lifestyles. This is the best time to be a part of our organization.